Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, the discussion around civil servant salary is still going on, and Gachagua is continuously making the situation very hard for William Ruto and Kenya Kwanza. You will have no any reason to believe in anything these people are saying. There's a claim Gachagua is making, and on that claim, he's still putting the blame on the handshake. 7 months in the office. Blame still on handshake. But one man, Ekuru Aukot, is asking 9 questions to Rigathi Gachagua after making the claim over the handshake. We're going to look into those questions. But first of all, this is what Gachagua is claiming. I quote him. It is true we are having a problem in paying salary and dispersing money to county because the handshake regime looted everything. Everything is finished. So you see now, he has put a blame on handshake. And someone said, when you hear that civil servants have not got their salary, you will hear Gachagua blaming handshake. A man who left government 8 months ago. Still people are in power for 8 months, but blame is on the previous regime. Really? By the way, Ruto and Gachagua are confirming that they are unable to pay civil servants because of the handshake government. That everything was stolen. For sure, civil servants must prepare for the worst. And there are reasons why. Because if you listen to Rigathi Gachagua, his explanation indicates that there is going to be a permanent problem without a solution. Yes, big problem. There is no solution. They are not telling us if KRA failed to collect enough money so that we can understand, oh, that's the reason why civil servants did not get salary. They are not telling us if there was correctable hinge in public finance. They're not telling us. The only thing they're telling you is that your money went with the Uhuru and Raila. So they are keeping it. There's nothing we can do about it. Yani mnataka tufanye? That's what they're asking. I mean, if these people are serious, instead of just destroying Uhuru Kenyatta's name maliciously and Raila Odinga, let them arrest Uhuru and Raila. We have DCI, afanye investigation, afunguliwa mashtaka kama walichukua pesa. I'm telling you, because they know that they are trying to sell a lie, there's no way they can prosecute this case or call for investigation to arrest, present them in court, and prosecute the case. They are just playing politics. Kama Uhuru angekuwa ameenda na pesa, saizi angekuwa ako na kesi ya kujibu. Kama Raila angekuwa ameenda na pesa na kwa maandamano saizi, angekuwa na kesi ya kujibu. But because there is nothing they have done, they are just using politics to mislead civil servants and Kenyans to think that they are not the problem, when literally they are the biggest problem. They want to shift it to the regime that left power very long time ago. So, having listened to Rigathi Gachagua, you should have no any doubt that we are heading into serious problem. They don't have any solution. They do not tell us the real problem and how they're going to sort it. What they're telling us is to continuously to promise on how they will pay civil servants. This is going to be a permanent problem. Because they have a solution to offer to this. Kama mtu anaenda na pesa, prosecute, rudisha pesa. Wacha kutupigia kelele yenye haina msimamo. Now, I want us to go through the 9 questions that Dr. Ekuru Aukot is asking Rigathi Gachagua. And this is what he's saying. Stop lying to Kenyans, Mr. Deputy President Rigathi. This is a lie. If everything was looted, and since you are a truthful and honest man, tell Kenyans, number 1, how much your swearing ceremony costed. They said it was more than 300 million. In a poor country where you cannot pay salaries and you are aware, you cannot use 300 million for swearing in. That's what happened. So you should explain how. If it was the late Magufuli in Tanzania, he would not spend that kind of money. Even Museveni here in Uganda, he never spent such kind of huge sum money in such kind of a one-day ceremony when he know the problem facing people and how he need to sort it. So you can see, serikali ya Mahasula. That's a valid question. He should come and answer and tell us the 93 million he was talking about vis-a-vis the 300 million they spent on swearing in. Number 2, how much does every church service cost? This is a very valid question. A discussion we'll always have now and then. Anytime Ruto gets to a church function, when they organize for a service, number 1, there is that money they are going to him in the name of Harambe and handout. Last week, Gachagua anipeleka milioni 2 ya Ruto, milioni 2 yake. Besides this, they normally mobilize by ferrying people to attend that service to look that it was huge. They use money. So if they can spend in such things, what about the money they need to use to pay salaries? So it means you are misusing the resources after collecting. That's a question they have to answer. Number 3, how will you pay salary and the benefit of the 50 cars? Wame employ 50 assistant ministers, CSS. The question was that if they knew there was no money, how did Ruto contract 50 of them, assistant ministers, and it is illegal? It is not in the constitution. You can do away with them and continue to work. So there's nowhere the law is forcing him to appoint these people. How did he go further to appoint these people if he did not have a plan to pay them when he knew there was no money? Good question. In fact, Uhuru had just 23. Ruto bloated it to 50. Let him answer this question. Number 4, your administration expanded the executive arm of government by appointing 24 CSS and the over 30 PSS. How will you pay them? According to our constitution, inafaa ukuwe na not more than 22 CSS, but again not less than 14. I think something like that. If I'm wrong, you can correct me. But what I know, it should not be more than 22. This government ilileta mpaka 24. Waliongeza mambo sijui ya CS for gender na hiyo mambo mengine ya diaspora. So why 2 more? Because every office comes with a budget. That budget is huge. PSS walikuwa wengi, more than what Uhuru had 22 I think. Ruto has 30. He added 8 more. Number 5, creation of the new office outside the constitution order, i.e.g. Prime CS as well Office of Sports. Hiyo iko constitution. Kama wanijua ya kwamba hakuna pesa ya kulipa watu, why did they introduce this office? It means they saw that there was enough money. That's why they introduced this office. It is the 3rd most powerful office politically in Kenya. Not constitutionally, but politically. The 3rd powerful. And you can see the resources that they pump there. So hapa ndani kuna the office of the spouse of the prime CS. We also have the office of the spouse of the deputy president. 2 offices with a budget. How come they went further to bring this office and fund it when there is no money? A valid question. Number 6, your administration has also been globetrotting with a large delegation. How are you paying for this? Kila mahali ni trips. Sijui wako nchi gani, sijui wamerudi wapi. Ruto has been always in and out. He has been flying. And it is at the cost of taxpayers. Look at Magufuli, the late Magufuli when he was going out. with just a lean number of delegation. Sometimes even he don't go out. He just send an ambassador in an event or a minister. That is enough. But you cannot talk about lacking salary to pay civil servants, but we can see you flying in luxury with your cabinet every time and now and then. It cannot go that way. They have to answer this question. Number 7. What the source of the 50 Kenyan shillings billion hustler fund if you are indeed broke? They show that they are broke. Before you think about giving hustler fund to a tune of 50 billion, you have to think. They saw money, that's why they were spending. If not, they could not go ahead to launch hustler fund. Number 8, has KCB Group been paid for guaranteeing the hustler fund? Yes, sasa wakuja wajibu. If KCB Group was giving hustler fund on behalf of the government, have they been paid, or they are creating another debt that they are going again to tax Kenyans to pay it? Is a big question they have to answer. Number 9, we saw what would cost your administration to purchase new cars to tune of 800 million plus. Where is that money coming from if you are really broke? William Ruto took over power from that office had cars. Gachagua took over office from William Ruto. That office had full cars. The new office that needed cars is from Musalia Mudavadi. But we saw Gachagua with the highest budget, more than what Mudavadi office has for new cars. Same to William Ruto. If there was no money, why are they proceeding for this budget for the new cars? Those are the questions from Ekuru Aukot, making sense. And of course, we know so many other things. But these 9 questions are making sense to me, and I think that's why I brought the discussion here. I don't know your views, but let's continue this conversation through the comment section. Thank you so much.